Hey you guys! Alright, so about 2 weeks ago I was assigned by my oral communications teacher to write a persuasive speech on a topic of my choice, along with a partner who do the same topic, but they do the opposite. And my topic was homophobia. And I kind of wanted to just share my speech with you guys, since I see a lot of people here on Tumblr and on YouTube share, their thoughts and their opinions and whatever they can about homophobia and homosexuality in general. So, yeah, a lot of the facts and some parts of certain knowledge in this paper is all credited. None of it's mine, except for the parts that you'll understand aren't known facts. But all of it's credited. My works cited page, right over here. I don't take credit for the things that are in here, except everything in the very last part. So here it goes. Alright. Imagine the world is 95% gay. The same sex attraction relationships. It's just what's typical in our society. It's what's the norm thing that's going on in our world. Imagine Bob. And Bob, he's a straight guy. We're going to put Bob into this new society of ours. One day, Bob wakes up, and he's watching TV, watching Saturday morning cartoons, and the show's about two little boys who like each other. And he thinks nothing of it, seeing as how every cartoon on TV is the same sex cartoon. He next day goes to school, walking around, he sees all these guys with guys and girls with girls, and he just feels kind of weird. He's tried talking to a few guys, but it's just really awkward for him. All his guy friends are asking him questions like, oh, have you found a guy? Have you found a guy that you like? And Bob doesn't know what to say. He doesn't know how to answer that question. Not because he doesn't know what to say, per se. He doesn't know how to say it. He, in reality, doesn't want to be with a guy. He wants to be with a girl. Some of his guys start to notice that he's, different. That he likes something different. Like, something's off about him. So, once they figure it out, they start to beat him, call him names, degrade him, throw him around like he's nothing, like he means nothing. And Bob, at this point, feels utterly and completely alone. Bob's now 17, and he realizes for a fact that he likes women. But he's terrified of admitting the fact that he likes female. Fast forward. Bob's now 20 years old, and happily with the girl of his dreams. He calls his parents on Christmas. He asks them how they're doing, how their Christmas is going, and his first mom says that their Christmas is good, and they ask how he's doing and how his Christmas is, and he replies, oh, it's good, I spent it with Sarah. There's silence on the phone. You're still with Sarah? Says his mom. Yes, mother, I'm still with Sarah. More silence. After a few moments of silence, his second mother finally says, I wish you could be happy and realize that you were made to be with a man. That you were born to be with a man. That you'd be happier with a man. Bob doesn't know what to say. He doesn't know how to answer. He's heard this over and over and over, and he has no idea what to say. He hangs up the phone. My name's Lodian, and I'm here to persuade you to stop homophobia and to realize how it affects its victims. And I'm going to do this by simply explaining a little bit of homophobia history, a serious effect it brings, and what it means to be gay. Alright, so if you look up homophobia in the dictionary, it'll probably tell you that it's the fear of homosexuality, of homosexuals. Sorry. This definition is true. Homophobia is widespread in America, far more widespread than the average heterosexual may realize, and it's far more subtle. The discrimination it inspires touches lives of many Americans, and not just your average gay Americans or your gay community, but all Americans. Everyone has a price to pay, and it affects everyone. Reasons homophobes kind of give for their hatred is the fact that it's unnormal, the fact that it's a perversion, it's against God's will, it's just disgusting. According to Created Equal, Gay Rights Matter to America by Michael Neva, homophobes saw homosexuality as a disease, and that something was mentally wrong with you. Like, it was a mental perversion, altering what you were supposed to be, how you were supposed to think, what you were supposed to like. But the reasons that Michael Neva gives for their hatred is the loss of control in their society, the threat to one's world views, fear of rape, and the fear that they may be homosexuals themselves. Now that you know a little bit of history and a little background towards homophobia, I'm going to tell you the one major effect it brings. There are dozens and dozens of murders inspired by hatred in our community. In the US, the number are dozens every year. Abroad, the numbers run to hundreds of thousands, but no one knows the precise number, seeing as how many countries don't record specific numbers for homosexuals in their own separate categories. There are other ways in which homophobia kills. There are countless suicides and deaths every year by young gay men and women, which mental health professionals tell us are not direct results of victims of homosexuality, but it's actually the result of how the homosexual is treated in their society, how the views of other people in their society affect them. When one lives with rejection day after day after day, and society discounts a person's values or views or beliefs constantly, it's difficult to maintain that perspective and to realize that the problem isn't in the homosexual person's perspective, but it's one's own perspective, which is why suicide is several times as uncommon among gay men, and which is common among gay men and women rather than straight men and women. According to USA.com, the It Gets Better campaign advertised a day to wear purple on which was October 20th, 2010, to support and recognize the 6 young men who committed suicide because of the lack of support from their community. They were driven to suicide by the constant bullying and ridicule that they were given by peers. Now that you've heard the major effect of homophobia, what it could cause, I'm gonna let you know what it means to be gay. Being gay is only a small part of who you are. It's a part that society deems as being completely different. Being gay means being able to love what's uncommon. It's something one must accept. It's just love. It's not black, and it's not white, and it's not green, and it's not purple. It's what it is. People view it how they want. They put a label on it, they can categorize it, they do what they please. But at the end of the day, you love what you love. You love who you love. And for me, I'm proud of it. Being a lesbian or a gay guy is being a straight person. It's having brown hair and blue eyes. It's a collection of what makes a person a person. Yes, it's different. Yes, that's the reality. But it's not fully what people understand. Because in a person, you must connect with your specific other, your significant other. That's what I was saying. You must connect with that person, and you must show what brings you two together, what separates that person and you from the rest of the world, what brings you two together, what makes you two the puzzle piece that society wants to see. And love, it's the same. It's no right or wrong answer. It's what it is, pretty much. And being a lesbian, it's just loving who you want. It's not going against any beliefs. It's not the fact that you're going against them, but the fact that you're following your own heart. You're following what you want. You're believing in the things that make you you. In conclusion, now that you've heard history, a crucial fact, and what it means to be gay, remember, homophobes sincerely believe that their way of thinking is correct. They believe it so fully and so deep that they do anything and everything in their power to shut you down, to solidify. They see life in this narrow-minded way, and those kind of people, they walk through life missing out on everything. They walk through life in this bubble that just shows you what's in front, what's black and white, that's it. You don't see color. You don't see the gray in between. You don't see what you should be seeing. You don't see the bigger picture. You just see what's in the small frame. And what we need to do is we need to show people, we need to teach people, we need to show them that being gay is the same as being a straight person. It's exactly the same thing, and just because you like the same sex does not set you apart from the rest of the community. It doesn't tell you, oh, you're a bad person, you need to be prosecuted. No. It's just what it is. So keep this thought in the back of your head. It would be ludicrous for a gay person to suggest that heterosexuality ought to be persecuted. Why shouldn't it just as well be the same way? Why shouldn't it work just as well the other way around? Shouldn't respect and tolerance be a two-way street?